a freshman defender from Cumming, Georgia, number 20, John Hearn. A junior midfielder from Louisville, Kentucky, number 23, Natty Hamilton. A sophomore midfielder from Colorado Springs, Colorado, number 35, Sam Grodelushin. And starting in goal today for the Thunder, a junior from Santa Cruz, California, number 32, Mason Escalante. Wheaton are coached by Steve McCrath and assisted by Dylan Milkent, Nick Davis, and Micah Atkins-Estes. And now, fans, at this time, we ask that you please rise as you are able for the playing of the national anthem.
Hello everyone, I want to welcome you all to a beautiful evening here at Joe Bean Stadium for some interconference action between the Wheaton College Thunder and the Trine University Thunder. I'm Jacob Fatma, alone in the box tonight, excited to watch a very close and tight match between these two teams. Wheaton, by the numbers, looks to be able to just be able to edge this one out. Trine will be looking to just get their first win to get their second win in straight, and Wheaton looking to bounce back with their first win in two. Now, Wheaton's key to the game here was definitely going to be to slow Tyler Murphy down. He has 7 of their 9 goals. Trine has scored 10 of them this season, or 10 goals this season. One of them was an own goal. I believe that was against Kenyon last weekend. And Wheaton gonna definitely be looking to go through their attack. Bryce Anderson getting the start and the nod over Kyle Johnson today. Both those players, both of them on the field at the same time. Wheaton playing with a front two for the first time in quite a while, but I don't know if we've seen that at home yet this season. And now for Trine University, as we look ready to get this one started, it's gonna be Britton Sala getting this game kicked off. As the ref blows the whistle a few times to hold up play. We should be just about going here. As here comes the first touch, straight back to his own men, and Bryce Anderson straight into the high press. For Trine, your starting lineup today: Aiden McGonigal, Ben Borak, Ryan Cody, Tyler Murphy, Francesco Matzi, Liam Zimmerman, Britton Sala, Mohamed Al-Jabi, Luke Kearns, Vaughn Klein, and Galvin Hardy. For your Thunder starting lineup: Cameron Huber, Caden Yamada, Kyle Johnson, Timmy Jones as well on the field, Noah Penner, Bryce Anderson, John Hearn, Natty Hamilton, Mason Escalante in goal, and Sam Grodelushin. Wheaton going to be looking to get, like I said earlier, one finally back as Natty Hamilton goes to the ground hard. As he's trying to get up, coach telling him to hold on. A first minute hard foul, and that's just not something you really want. this early, especially when the game is already predicted to be so tight. As here we go, ball swung out to the right side for the Thunder. Cameron Huber on the right side. And he will be considered offside. It's going to be a throw-in, or correction, out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Trine University. Ball over the top is going to be taken by Hearn. And he loses it and will be taken out of the counter by Trine. And there's that ball in. Trying to get that through ball straight into Murphy, unable to get it. As Mason Escalante chasing it down and grabbing it, keeping command of his area. Going to roll it out to Grotelution. Natty Hamilton in this left side. And it looks like Wheaton playing with only a back three tonight. Grotelution's ball back to Yamada, no good, and it will end up at the feet of Escalante a little bit dangerously. And here comes Trine, trying to get another cross in. Zimmerman on that left side is going to be bounced off Wheaton and out for a corner kick. And an early dangerous chance for Trine coming. I believe this will be from Mohamed Al-Jabale. Correction, it will be a free kick, setting up the same way as you would a corner though. Indirect from the left side. And correction, it's going to be Francesco Mazzi trying to send this one into the box towards the back post. Trying sending almost all their men forward. Cross into the front post, now it's headed clear by Hearn. Jones now chasing the ball down to clear it for Wheaton. Jones back to Grotelution. Grotelution crossing the field to John Hearn. Hearn on the right side. Up to Huber. Back to Penner towards that midfield now. And that's exactly what you want for the Thunder. Across midfield to Natty Hamilton. Back to Jones. Trine unable to dispossess the Thunder at this very moment. As John Hearn's finally now receiving the high press and kicks it long forward. Headed out by Vaughn Klein, and it will be a throw-in coming from John Hearn. Wheaton a little bit unorthodox tonight. Usually they don't have two men up front. Usually there's four men on the back. But I like this idea of a little bit more of aggressive style coming from the Thunder. As that ball goes well over Natty Hamilton's head. And it will be a throw-in coming for Trine. It's going to be Ben Borak on the ball. Borak trying to find his man. All over him is the Thunder defense. And it will be cleared back to the keeper by Noah Penner. Escalante sending that out to his back line. Having to receive it and now getting the high press from Murphy. Yamada trying to hit Hamilton by the midfield. Grotelution and Hamilton both come together as Kyle Johnson tries to maintain possession. Penner does well to win the ball back. Johnson. Jones now. Wide open spaces on the right side, and Jones airmails it and sends it long. And will be out for a Trine throw-in. Coming once again from Vaughn Klein. Klein clearing it high. Murphy losing out on that ball from John Hearn, and it will be a throw-in. Coming from Hearn on that right side as well. On the throw-in, Johnson and Anderson both getting their heads on it, but it will come to nothing and be a goal kick coming. The first one of the game for Aiden McGonigal. As slow going in the first few minutes from both these teams, just a lot more patience than I've seen in the last couple. As Hearn trying to send it long forward, clatters off the back of Luke Kearns, who's unable to get it by that Thunder defense. And it will be a throw-in for Wheaton. John Hearn getting it up to Timmy Jones. Jones launching it over the back line, but it will be nobody there as we get another goal kick from a very similar scenario for Trine. Ball going out to the back line of Trine. It's going to be Al-Habahi, or Al-Jabaile. And he's going to be on the free kick as well as we stop play for an injury. And as the trainers go out, for those of you just joining us, it is the Trine University Thunder versus the Wheaton College Thunder. I'm Jacob Fatma, alone in the box for this game tonight. The first one of a doubleheader between Wheaton and Trine in this game, and it will be the women playing afterwards as well, as players go to the sideline to get water from Trine. Coach McCrath giving marching orders. As Caden Yamada will be coming off. Curious who the sub from Coach McCrath will be here. Just something you don't want to be seeing in the first few minutes of a game or ever. As this looks like it will be, Andrew Hieringa, the sub in for Yamada on that, to be that center defender. As we look to get play started up once again, it's going to be Vaughn Klein on the free kick. Wheaton bringing a high press. Coach McCrath showing to be a lot more aggressive in this game. As ball being bounced around between the Trine defenders. Cody over to Matzi. Matzi up to Zimmerman. And he bounced around and won by Cameron Huber. Huber unable to get it to Davis, and it will be a throw-in for Trine. Neither team getting a whole lot so far in this game. Davis back to Huber. And it will be out for another Trine throw-in. It's almost working like an American football game, just slowly working down the field through stop-and-go plays as that ball clatters off Noah Penner, and he goes long over to Kyle Johnson, but he goes long, and it will end up in the hands of Aiden McGonigal, who quickly gets it out to his left back. Errant pass, Price Anderson, shot towards goal, clattered off the back line. Davis over to Huber. Huber crossing towards the middle. Kyle Johnson and Price Anderson both getting parts of their body on it. And it's saved by McGonigal. Dangerous chance from Wheaton, and that's the first one of the game for either of these teams. Beautifully placed cross from Huber, just unable to get on the end of it was Anderson and Johnson. Trine trying to find their way forward. Hardy back to his keeper. Errant pass, Davis shot towards goal, and it's going to come to nothing. Mohamed Al-Jabale getting his foot in it. Al-Jabali over to Borak. Borak unable to get it to his man. Wheaton bringing up the high press. Anderson all over that back line. Over to Vaughn Klein. Trine finally getting it towards that midfield stripe. And Grodelution's gonna miss that ball. And Escalante calmly clearing it out for a throw-in. Not what you want. Luke Kearns was driving towards goal. If he had another step, that would have been a dangerous chance coming from Trine. Davis and Motzi fighting over that ball. Price Anderson trying to chase it down, and it will be cleared by Al-Jabli. And it will go off Al-Jabali's
Corner
head
kick for Wheaton.
For a corner for the Thunder. And it looks like it's going to be Noah Penner taking this corner kick from the left side. As Wheaton looking a little bit sparse in the box, crowding the keeper, trying everybody in on defense, trying to cover the set piece. Here comes the cross in from Penner. And headed clear by the back line. Penner trying to give it a second go. Anderson unable to get his head in the air, and Willie McGonigal grabbing it to stop the danger. McGonigal rolling it out to Hardy. Hardy over to Motzi. McGonigal moving it through the center now. The back line unable to get it out of their own danger right now. Unable to get past the Wheaton press, and that ball goes straight towards me in the box. And we'll get a throw-in coming from Natty Hamilton. Correction, Grodelution will take the drop ball, and it will be a throw-in coming from the Thunder. Timmy Jones getting his foot on it. Grodelution keeping it in bounds. Grodelution still. Jones chip ball over to Hamilton, and just too much on it. Ball being bounced around between the teams right now. And it's going to be out for a Wheaton throw-in. And it's going to be Grodelution taking it right by the box for the Thunder. Ball going in, Anderson heading it on. Kyle Johnson right in front of goal, turning it around, and it goes well errant. Not troubling McGonigal. As he gets the goal kick. Trine going short for all of their kicks so far. This is going to be Cody. Ryan Cody unable to get it to his man on the front. And we'll get a throw in from John Hearn. Ball being bounced around between the two teams, and it will be a throw in for Trine. Ball going forward for Trine. And Murphy unable to get on the back of it. Wheaton doing everything they can to make sure he doesn't get the ball. Al-Jabali trying to get it into Murphy, unable to. Back out to Kearns. Kearns trying to cross it in and cleared out. Grow Delusion trying to chase it down. To the back line once again to recycle possession is Trine, and that pass goes errant. Caleb Davis with the interception. Bryce Anderson getting by his man, trying to find his way on, and it's going to be kicked long and hard out. And it will be a Trine throw-in coming from Vaughn Klein. Ball being, or field being reversed by Trine. This is going to be Borak moving it forward. Borak still on it, and it's going to be cleared out by Grow Delusion. Borak and Kearns both being very touch and go, very quick back and forth as that ball from Borak goes up to Kearns as Heeringa looks to try to head it clear. Borak in towards goal. Murphy unable to get on it, and it will be half cleared as Motzi gets on it. Over to Klein. Vaughn Klein into the box. Ruled a fair tackle by Hearn. And Bryce Anderson looks to move it forward. Caleb Davis on the right side, free to run. Barely keeping that ball in, crossing it towards the middle, and it's going to be bounced off of him and out for a goal kick. Davis clearly wanting that one back. As McGonigal sending it through his back line. Cody over to Hardy. Trying to pull Wheaton out to press. As that ball goes well long towards the front. Murphy unable to get his head on it, is cleared, or headed clear by that back line. And Borak unable to keep it down and will be out for another throw-in from Sam Grow Delusion. As Grow Delusion with the throw-in and kicked out up towards the box once again. Grow Delusion throwing it into Hamilton. Davis, Jones, Kyle Johnson towards the box, and it's going to come to nothing and be cleared by the Trine back line. So far, little troubling either of the keepers. As we get another throw-in coming from John Hearn on the right side. Bryce Anderson back over to Huber. Huber unable to get it past his man, and it will be a throw-in coming for the Thunder on that side again. Huber looking to send it straight into the box, and he goes well short. Davis trying to go over the top to Johnson. Johnson unable to get his head on it, and it will be caught by the keeper in goal. McGonigal sending his men forward, looking at actually kicking long this time. Ball curls down and gets to the feet of Matsey, but Wheaton will end up on it at the end of all that. As John Kern looks to chase down Grow Delusion. Grow Delusion with the mistake. Borak on it now. Back to Hardy. Borak tackled by Davis. Hamilton driving possession right now. Johnson getting around it. Johnson over to Huber, and it will be long. And out for another goal kick from Aiden McGonigal. He has a lot of them in the last few minutes. You can see what Johnson was wanting on that, just a little bit too much mustard on it. As once again, McGonigal sending all of his men forward. Both coaches shouting out orders. Ball goes straight to the midfield. Davis trying to get on it. Hearing Kern hitting it forward. Ball being bounced around and will end up somehow at the feet of Wheaton, going the Wheaton way. Caleb Davis fighting over the ball now. Davis hit from the back, and it will be a free kick for the Thunder. As it looks like it'll be Timmy Jones or Noah Penner. Noah Penner taking the kick. As Wheaton looks to stack the box. Over to Huber. Wheaton not going towards the box. Davis right now in front of the box. Shot towards goal, comes to nothing. Price Anderson and the cut goes straight in. Just him and the keeper, one-on-one off the deflection. And you can't ask for much better. Number 6 of the year coming for Price Anderson. And you can see Wheaton just wanting to stay low to get that cross in. Beautiful second touch shot from Davis. And just gets right by that back line for a beautiful attempt coming from Price Anderson.
Goal for the Thunder scored by number 13, Price Anderson, his 6th of the season.
No assist on that one from Davis because he shot the ball, but it is brilliant to get that rebound off the deflection. As Wheaton going up 1-0, scoring their first goal since I believe the U-Chicago game a week ago. And that was a garbage time goal, so this is going to be feeling very good for this Thunder team as Timmy Jones goes to the ground. Play on, says the refs. Kern crossing it in, and it's going to hit the clatter off the crossbar. And you can see here, ball just goes straight in. And Luke Kearns just shooting that and clattering at the crossbar. Escalante just not expecting that one to come. As Al-Jabali trying to find a cross in. Muhammad Al-Jabali keeping it in, but it will be cleared by Caden Yamada, who's back in the game. As we get a throw in on that left side coming from Luke Kearns. And cleared out, but the ball went very far in towards the goal. And now fully cleared as Wheaton looks to just mitigate the danger entirely. Al-Jabali crossing it towards goal and Escalante grabbing it. Ending up in Escalante's hands. You can't ask for much better from him. As Price Anderson with a hard tackle. Matsey going to the ground. And if you're Price Anderson, you already have a goal. That's not what you want. Not the type of challenge you want to be making. As we're going to get a free kick coming indirect from from Francesco Matsey. Trine putting a lot of men in the box and headed clear by John Hearn. Matsey chasing it down, trying to recycle this possession. Kyle Johnson bringing the high press. And Grodelucian intercepting the ball back in. And we're going to get a throw in coming from the Thunder as we get our
substitution
another
for Wheaton,
substitution
checking in the game, number 18, Mason Louth.
Mason Louth coming in for Cameron Huber. As we get Grodelucian coming in on the throw-in. Grodelucian trying to find his man, getting into Hamilton. Unable to get it there as Kearns towering over him. And it's going to be Trine taking it the other direction. Hearn getting between the ball and Zimmerman will be going the Wheaton way now once again. Hamilton with acres of space from this left side. Ball forward to Anderson. Price Anderson towards goal, getting by his man. Anderson the keeper, one-on-one, and that's two. Beautiful work from Price Anderson. Making most of that goal himself, and a great pass coming from Natty Hamilton. And you can see just Penner, beautiful vision to see Hamilton all alone on that left side. And Hamilton,
second goal of the afternoon for number
pass in,
13, Price Anderson.
Anderson,
Assisted by
incredible
number 23,
execution.
Natty Hamilton.
7th of the year for Price Anderson. And if you're Wheaton, you are rolling right now. This is as good as you can expect it. As Trine will be looking to find a little bit of life before we end the half. Sending it straight to their back line to build from the back. This is going to be Cody and Hardy both bouncing in between each other. Hardy receiving the high press once again. Wheaton smells blood in the water. They want to get another one. Hamilton getting it by Al-Jabali. Davis, long shot towards goal, and it will go far down to the left and come to
Corner
nothing.
kick for Wheaton.
And it was, in fact, bounced off, I believe, Al-Jabali. And we're going to get a corner kick coming from the Thunder. For those of you just joining us, I'm Jacob Fatma. Alone in the box tonight is 2-0 to the good for your Wheaton Thunder over Trine University on WTSN as the ball gets crossed in by Noah Penner. And now headed around the goal. That was almost an own goal. As McGonigal barely swooping in to get that ball back. Wheaton up 2 goals on 2 beautiful shots from Price Anderson. One of them being assisted from Hamilton and one of them being a clattering rebound. A very good start for the Thunder, as goals have been well and truly much easier to come by in the after the boring first 15. And that defense by Wheaton on that right side doing bits. Murphy wanting a foul called by the ref as he says play on. Davis up to Johnson. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton again has acres of space. Noah Penner. Penner moving forward. Trying to hit Louth on the right side and just missing. We will get a goal kick coming from McGonigal. As both coaches still yelling instructions out. As McGonigal goes short once again. Al-Jabali moving it forward. And they're going to rule that off Al-Jabali. That's a interesting decision by the line judge, and it will be a throw-in coming from Mason Louth. Less than 19 minutes remaining for the first frame as Noah Penner tries to send it into the box, and it will be taken by Aiden McGonigal. As he sends his men forward, taking plenty of his time. Hamilton unable to get on it, being bounced around right now. Who will get their foot on it? And it does look to be Caleb Davis. Davis back to Louth. Wheaton all over this game in the last 10 minutes. As they rule it out on Mason Louth. It will be a throw-in coming from Trine. As this throw-in, I believe, coming from Vaughn Klein. Klein back to Cody. Anderson leaving Cody alone. Murphy coming all the way back from the front line to help in the midfield. And Price Anderson taking well advantage of that miscommunication, intercepting that ball for the Thunder. Timmy Jones back over to Grodelution. Hamilton right on this left sideline. Kyle Johnson back to Hamilton. As John Hearn sends this ball long forward over the top of everybody. And it's going to be a throw-in coming, or correction, goal kick coming from Trine University and Aiden McGonigal. Ball staying short for Trine, and Kyle Johnson and Natty Hamilton all over it. Hamilton's pass missed by Anderson. Davis got tackled beautifully. I believe that was Ryan Cody on that tackle. Absolute perfection to get the ball. As there's a tussle for it in the midfield. Going forward now is Luke Kearns. Kearns trying to get a shot of his own. Kearns getting some space and bounced off the foot of Timmy Jones and cleared by Hamilton. Jones and Hamilton all over Kearns right now. Right off the back of Natty Hamilton, and it will be out for a throw-in coming for Trine University, as that's their first chance since the clattering of the crossbar. Throw-in coming from Kearns. In towards the box, half cleared, still in the box. Kearns coming back to get it once again, getting a little bit of space around, and Escalante makes a beautiful save. Our camera gets a beautiful angle of this, just perfectly placed for it. But you can see Kearns just get a wide open shot towards goal, and Escalante brilliant in keeping that ball out. Ball going forward to Davis. Jones crossing the midfield line. Timmy Jones still on it, over to Davis. Davis clattered hard. And it will be in the hands of Aiden McGonigal, who rolls it out to his man on the left wing. Luke Kearns, the player of the game so far for Trine. Hitting it up to Sala. Al-Jabali. Trine trying to get it past Mason Louth, unable to, as Liam Zimmerman, correction, is going to be Vaughn Klein on the throw-in. Klein receiving the pass from the throw-in, and it will be knocked forward and out for an Escalante goal kick. Mason Escalante sending all of his men forward. Yamada and the ref having an exchange of words after he's back on the field with a bandage covering his eyebrow. As Mason Louth somehow getting on this ball, and it will be kicked off the leg of Louth and be another throw-in for Trine. A lot of throw-ins coming for Trine, but not able to get a lot of space off of them, as Tyler Murphy unable to get his feet on it, and John Hearn will kick it back to Escalante. Clearing it long out. There will be another throw-in coming from Trine, this time in the Wheaton zone. Vaughn Klein once again on this left side. Throw-in short to Zimmerman, back to Klein. And Trine looks to get it back to their back line, and Wheaton closing space quickly. This is going to be Borak. Borak trying to get up to Kearns, unable to. Grodelution right on it. Jones back to Hamilton. Penner getting through two men. The give and go. Penner back up to Hamilton. Penner once again. Penner trying to do a long ball forward, headed straight back to Jones's feet. Over to Hamilton on the left side. Wheaton moving forward quickly. Jones over to Hamilton. And Wheaton once again going to build from the back. Reversing field to John Hearn. Hearn does a long ball forward, and it will be kicked out for a Wheaton throw-in. As Wheaton getting one more sub in, this
Checking
is going
in
to
for
be
Wheaton, number 9,
Grant
Grant
Roney.
Roney.
Coming in for Timothy Jones. As Roney and Hamilton looking to switch positions, as Hamilton will be going straight to the midfield too. And Louth going on top of, I believe that was Ryan Cody. Oh, correction, that was on top of Tyler Murphy, the captain for Trine, and it will be a free kick for the Thunder of Trine University. Ball going forward for Trine. That's going to be Zimmerman. Zimmerman back to Hardy. No correction, back to Klein. Murphy on the back line. Murphy moving forward, up to Kearns. Kearns now towards the box, into the box now, and it will be a tackle by Davis. And it'll be a corner kick as he's unable to keep possession for the Thunder. Davis and Zimmerman fighting all over that ball. That's going to be Muhammad Al-Jabali taking this free kick in. Trine surrounding the keeper. Ball coming in from Al-Jabali and headed clear by Louth. Half cleared as Matsey gets on it. As Tyler Murphy looks to keep it going the Trine direction. Roney back to Grodelution. And Grodelution reversing field and looks to clear the danger as John Hearn moves forward with it. And his pass, errant, going to nothing as Mason Louth was not where he was trying to pass it. Throw into Al-Jabali. Klein. Klein unable to get it to his man once again. And that's Zimmerman fighting all over it. But it will be a foul on the Thunder, and it'll be a free kick coming for Trine with under 10 minutes remaining in the half. And Borak a little bit hard pass back. Hardy turned that around, and Borak is going to be out for a Thunder throw-in. Wheaton's high press causing Trine lots of problems in this first frame. As Grant Roney's going to get another chance to throw in. Throw into Hamilton, back to Roney. Hamilton missing that ball, Roney passing it to himself. As Murphy looking to send it the other direction for Trine. Murphy going back to Hardy. And as the ball goes towards the midfield, it will be out for another Wheaton throw-in. This time coming from Sam Grodelution on this left side. Grodelution getting it into Anderson. Anderson to Davis. Johnson, Roney once again. Roney unable to get it past Borak. As Trine trying to move it forward now. John Kern. Trine going back to McGonigal. Just trying to find some space to get away from their back line. Over to Hardy. Hardy on the right side. Up to Matsey, and Matsey is going to be, the ball's going to be kicked out by Anderson and in for a throw-in. I believe coming from Ben Borak. Borak into Matsey. Borak kicking it by the midfield line, and Caden Yamada looks to chase it down. Escalante back to Yamada, up to Grodelution. Just bouncing around this back line. As now the high press coming from John Kearns. Wheaton gonna have to deal with these problems of their own. Hamilton now trying to move it out as Wheaton looks to move on the counter. Mason Louth not getting on quite on the run, gonna be caught by the two defenders. As Noah Penner gets it all the way over to Grant Roney, who has acres of space in this left side. Roney over to Davis. Davis tries to chip it back into Roney, and it will go to Al-Jabali's feet. As Trine looks to clear it the other direction and have a counter of their own. Louth trying to get on it. And out for another Wheaton throw-in, as Trine unable to get a lot of their passes to connect tonight. Grodelution. Grodelution taking his time up to Anderson. And Anderson righting his own wrong, getting that ball back for the Thunder. As ball ruled to have just gone out. Grant Roney unable to keep it in. It's going to be a throw-in coming from Ben Borak. Into Al-Jabali. And Grodelution trying to get it to Hamilton, unable to. As the ball just sticking in the midfield right now. Al-Jabali back to his back line. Cody over to Von Klein. Klein out to Zimmerman, and Zimmerman tackled, and they're going to rule a foul on him as he and Louth have been getting into it on that side of the field. Noah Penner over to Grodelution. That back three doing a lot of work to get the ball moving. As Grodelution, long ball forward to Anderson. Anderson heading it on to Johnson. Can Johnson chase it down? And Johnson unable, barely unable to get on it, as Aiden McGonigal has to run out to prevent him from heading it past him. Yamada heading it to Grodelution to mitigate the danger. Roney into Penner. As intercepted by Trine, now going the other way. Al-Jabali. Muhammad Al-Jabali still on it. Up to Zimmerman. Zimmerman trying to find a cross in and is unable, as John Hearn finally clears it, or half clears it, and Tyler Murphy trying to hit it towards goal. And it will go off the feet of Hearn for a corner kick coming from Trine University. Correction, that did not go off Hearn. That went off, I believe that was Francesco Mazzi. As Escalante barks out the orders to move up for his offense, launching this ball forward. Anderson trying to get on it. He and Borak tussling over at the midfield. Going all the way towards the sideline, unable to stay in. Ben Borak letting that go out. There will be a throw-in coming from Roney. As Roney drops it for Grodelution with 3 minutes to go in the half. Grodelution into Roney. Roney trying to find some space. Roney with Kearns all over him. And the ref says play on. Al-Jabali up to Kearns. Kearns trying to launch it forward, unable to hit his man. Penner up to Roney. And Roney waiting on it a little too long, and it's going to be hit off him out of bounds. And it will be Ben Borak on the throw-in. Wheaton somehow ending up on it. Johnson. Kyle Johnson over to Anderson, and Anderson unable to get his foot on it. An ambitious pass from Johnson. As the quick throw from McGonigal. As Trine just unable to deal with this high press at the moment. Hamilton fighting Matzi over the ball as it goes to the back line once again. Tyler Murphy, he's supposed to be a forward, but he's playing every position on the field at the moment. Al-Jabali towards goal. It's going to be Zimmerman on the left side and out for a goal kick, ruling it not to have gone off of John Hearn on that right side, and we will get a throw-in coming from Escalante. Correction, goal kick coming from Mason Escalante with 1:20 remaining in the half.
Come on, boy.
Ball being bounced around.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
And Escalante sending it long once again and unable to keep the ball down. Goes well into the stands. Tyler Murphy. Murphy trying to get the Zimmerman off the back heel of Zimmerman as he goes down. And Anderson letting the ball go by him. And Wheaton is going to get a throw in on that side with under 40 seconds remaining. Wheaton will definitely look to just take their time and let this one go into half. As here comes John Hearn. Hearn into Anderson. Anderson letting it go by. Over to Hamilton. Last gasp efforts. Johnson on the front. And it's going to be half cleared by Trine.
10 seconds.
And now
9,
full cleared.
8, 7,
up to John Kearns.
6,
Kearns
5,
moving forward.
4,
Long ball forward.
3, 2,
and it will come
1.
to nothing as Escalante lets it go. That will just
Fans,
about
your
do it for the
halftime score
first
of
half
today's
here
non-conference
from
men's soccer match,
Joe
Wheaton
Bean
2,
Stadium.
Trine 0. As a reminder, bathroom
Is
facilities
2-0
and
to the good
concessions
for
are
the
available
Thunder
underneath the main
after
stand
the
of the
first
football
half.
stadium
Two
to your
beautiful
right.
Bryce Anderson goals, one made by himself off a rebound and another off an assist from Natty Hamilton. I'm Jacob Fama. It's 2-0 for Wheaton College against Trine University at Joe Bean Stadium. I'll catch you guys after the break.
Wheaton was definitely the best place, for me that I could have ever gone. I look back just making the decision to come to Wheaton. I'm so grateful, for everyone in that process who helped lead me to Wheaton. I feel like I've grown in just so many different ways, looking back to my freshman year, even just thinking about it now, to kind of where I am now, and really couldn't have asked for any better place to be. And honestly, again, that's a testament to all the people that I got to surround myself with every day here.
When I saw him play in high school, I came back and told Coach Banner, he clearly is talented enough, but he is so small. Growing
up as very short, skinny, kind of out-of-place point guard, I think that's really where you have to have a chip on your shoulder to know and go in that, I've put in the work and I deserve to be on the court here.
But to be honest, he wasn't the best player on his high school team, and then he wasn't the best player at Wheaton for 4 years. But honestly, very quickly into his first few practices, I could tell we had somebody pretty special. But he is, by all measure now, one of the all-time great players to ever put on a Wheaton jersey. But he's also going to be the type of young man that you can point back to and say, this is what a star player looks like, behaves like, and acts.
I think looking back early on in my career, I really was afraid to fail. And that's something that we talked about a lot, was throw all your dice out there, put all the chips out there. And don't be afraid to fail. And that's something that we kind of worked on together. And that's really what helped us gain trust. And for me, my past, 2-3 years, I was really able to play more free.
When you get a young man like Tyson, you realize you got something pretty special as a coach, because in a lot of ways, he became the leader of our team. And I just cheered a lot. He just became somebody who really embodies everything you want from a best player.
It's honestly such a great honor, and it's something that, I never really thought was on the table.
I do describe the Justice Trophy regularly as the Division III Heisman for men's basketball. It really is in many ways the most prestigious award that is given out in men's and women's basketball at the Division III level. It not only measures the basketball ability of the men and women at Division III basketball, but also the academic and service of those individuals. So it's a total award that really encompasses not only just the talent level, but really the most outstanding student athlete in our sport.
The initial feelings were just of gratitude and thankfulness to Wheaton, to Coach Schauer, to Coach Panner, everybody who invested in me during this time.
I thought he was better than people probably perceived. The fact that he wasn't on any All-America lists, preseason lists, surprised me given the career he had had to that point. And I think he kind of carried a little bit of that chip on his shoulder into this season and used that as motivation.
I'm not going to let anybody outwork me. I think that's really kind of where it comes from and stems from, is just wanting to win badly enough to where, you're willing to sacrifice.
One of the things I love about Tyson is he averaged over 5 rebounds a game, and he's not much taller than me. So he just simply was relentless to go rebound the basketball, and knew that given our personnel, that was going to be a potential area of weakness and that he needed to help us there. I honestly believe if I didn't show up for a week, Tyson would have made sure our team did exactly the same thing we did when I was there. And so his legacy will be brought up over and over and over again, whether I'm here or not, because he's going to be on the wall and that trophy's going to be downstairs. The academic reputation of the institution is so high that the students we get here are really self-motivated to do well academically. That matters to them. So they're typically pretty good students on our roster. And then because of their relationship to Jesus, there's a sense that we should serve others and try to model that as Jesus did.
Looking back on the Israel trip and Zimbabwe trip, those are two things, just looking back on my career, that I will never forget. The relationships that we built out there were just so incredible.
Go to the Holy Lands, we're going to do all those biblical sites and really study the Bible on that trip. And our trip to Zimbabwe, which Tyson also went on, we did clinics and did service projects, and we are going to visit the historical sites and do some fun stuff in addition to playing some games. But we're going to do it in a different context than most Division III basketball programs.
There's just so many incredible things about those trips. Makes the whole time at Wheaton, and specifically a Wheaton basketball player, just so special.
All he cared about was winning, and that just makes life easy for a coach. Because if your best player cares about that and your best player has his work ethic, it's hard for other people to come up with too many excuses. They sort of follow because he's just such a great leader.
Whether you're on stage or on the field, serving the community, or studying abroad. At Wheaton College, you'll find excellence and faith all across the board. Love bird watching, news reporting, or swing dancing? Our student-led clubs have you covered. Want to play your heart out? Our All-American athletics teams win championships, and our conservatory grads win Grammys. From our Black Hills Science Station or our Honey Rock Center for Leadership Development to our global programs in England, Spain, China, and beyond, you'll be part of an incredible experience where you can pursue your academic, athletic, and artistic talents and your Christian values. You can confidently choose Wheaton, not just to learn, but to live.
The mission of the Wheaton College Graduate School is to form servant scholars and leaders through exceptional graduate programs for Christ and His kingdom. Praise God, at Wheaton you don't have to choose between excellence in academics and praxis and leadership on the one hand, and a deep commitment to serving Christ in the church and in society. No, we wed those two commitments together. We've been doing that for more than 80 years. Our faculty and students and alumni embodying humble leadership and servant scholarship, often at the highest levels of the academy to the farthest reaches of the world.
At Wheaton, our more than 20 degrees and certificates deliver an outstanding Christian graduate educational experience, one built on an enduring model of adventurous thinking that integrates both quality academics and profound faith. Only at Wheaton will you find the first graduate program to emphasize both humanitarian and disaster preparation with a focus on faith-driven leadership. The first professionally accredited marriage and family therapy program in Illinois to offer community services and hands-on student training with its own faculty-led clinic. A master's degree in theology whose alumni place in the top-tier PhD programs, and that offers a partnership with the Center for Pastor Theologians to integrate theology into the ministry of the local church.
Wheaton offers an unparalleled journey, cultivating a diverse community where students actively integrate their faith with excellence in learning, service, and leadership. In our Graduate Student Life Office, we build belonging with a variety of events throughout the year, including grad chapel, diversity panels, prayer meetings, and fireside fellowship. We provide resources and support for international students and students of color, cultivating an environment where together we most fully reflect the image of Christ and His kingdom. We facilitate student leadership by offering on and off-campus service learning partnerships and outreach opportunities that integrate Christian thought and action. Plus, our location just outside Chicago puts the world at your fingertips. Everything from world-class entertainment and the arts to the chance to put your learning into action in servant leadership roles.
In the midst of a global pandemic that emptied our own classrooms for half a semester, faculty and graduate students in our Humanitarian Disaster Institute provided research, events, and resources that reached over 603 million people. At the Honey Rock Center for Leadership Development, located in the Northwoods, Wisconsin, graduate students in our Masters in Outdoor and Adventure Leadership program learned and led experientially as they develop and manage outdoor discipleship programs that impact the lives of hundreds of children, youth, and college students every year. As faculty in the graduate school, we seek to model servant scholarship as we mentor our students. For me, integrating exegesis, theology, and African American biblical interpretation is just as relevant to my ministry as a clergy person as it is to my popular and academic writing. You'll find this pattern with all my colleagues at Wheaton, a commitment to service, ministry, and serious academic scholarship. These are just a few examples of total excellence at Wheaton, inviting students into the research, leadership, and ministry of our academic centers, research labs, programs, institutes, and applying the thoughtful leadership of the academy to the real-world context.
So, what does a typical Wheaton College graduate student look like? They come in all shapes and sizes from all places in the world with all kinds of different callings. People like Stephen Bauman, who was the head of World Relief, like Mark Yarhouse, who's doing so much to help us understand human sexuality, like Christine Kane, the Australian evangelist, or like Robert Sityo from Uganda, a remarkable man who with his wife adopted 18 children and sensed God's call to come to Wheaton College to finish his preparation for a ministry of evangelism in his home country. People of remarkable faith, commitment, and a deep sense of passion to do the work of Christ in the world. Our hope is that one day soon you will join them.
I want to welcome you all back from the halftime break here at Joe Bean Stadium. I'm Jacob Fatma in the box alone tonight for this first game of the doubleheader, and it's Wheaton College playing Trine University in this opener game for the men. And it's 2-0 to the good off of two brilliant goals from Price Anderson. Just both coming, one coming off an assist from Natty Hamilton, and the other, as we get to see him coming here, this first one coming off a set piece and a cross in front of the box, and Price Anderson receiving the clattering rebound just past everybody in a beautifully, calmly placed shot. And for the other goal, it's a beautiful run and play in the counter for the Thunder. Natty Hamilton getting the ball out wide, sending it forward to Price Anderson. I mean, you can't have asked for much better play from Anderson, especially with that touch to get it by his man. And as you can see through a lot of his stats this year, he doesn't take many shots, but when he does, 80% of them are on goal and 50% of them go into the goal. So whenever he takes a shot, you know something good's about to happen. As we look to get ready to start this second half, the key to this game for trying to get back into is definitely going to be going through Luke Kearns, who has been the key player for them this half. 3 shots, one of them on goal and one of them clattering off the crossbar, and two of his balls actually going off of our box, as we were worried one of them might actually go and hit the camera, which is an entertaining thing for me at this point. Another key to this game will be getting Tyler Murphy involved for Trine. He has been all over the pitch, just not anywhere on the offensive end. Wheaton shutting him down, as Murphy is their top goal scorer with 7 on the year. As Davis looks to get us started in the second half for the Thunder. Like I said before, this is game 1 of a doubleheader. The men are playing Trine University as we speak, and the women will be playing Whitewater, starting, I believe, at 7 o'clock sharp. As John Hearn on this back line and Caden Yamada trying to find some space forward. Looking to force Trine to bring the high press. And the press is brought by Britton Sala. Zimmerman and Hearn all over each other. And it will be out for a throw-in for Trine. Matzy Francesco Mazzi crossing it in, and it will be taken by an Escalante that's taking down Sam Grodelucian. Just calmly taken on the cross in. A little of a dangerous position for Escalante, but ended up to be looking just fine on that as this ball goes long forward on the drop kick. As Noah Penner looks to keep it going the Wheaton way. And John Kearns, we said his name before and we'll say it again, he's going forward up that right sideline, unable to get by three Wheaton defenders. As Hamilton gets it up to Johnson. Johnson over to Jones. Davis as Wheaton's moving forward. Grant Roney. Roney over to Davis. Can they find a way in? Davis trying to get over to Louth. That's Louth and Zimmerman fighting over, and Liam Zimmerman gonna win that ball out. Britton Sala getting his first chance of the game in towards the box, but John Hearn with the clearance, so the ball doesn't make it to the feet of Murphy. And it's gonna be Matsey trying to recycle possession. Cody over to Klein. Trine getting their first really good quality minutes of the game, as that pass from Klein will go long and out for a goal kick coming from Mason Escalante. Escalante placing it on the spot, looking to send it long forward. Ball going towards midfield. Mason Louth trying to get on it, unable to, as Zimmerman heading it towards the Trine direction. And Murphy almost getting his foot on it. Wheaton still not letting him get the ball anywhere in the final third, and letting Kearns try to do it all himself. Borak up to Kearns. Can Kearns find a cross in? Kearns with two men on him, unable to get past Hamilton, and it will be cleared up to Grant Roney. Grant Roney holding out play a little bit and unable to get to Johnson. It will be intercepted by the back line for Trine. The Trine back line just trying to find some space. Over to Klein on the right side. Klein trying to launch it forward, and will come to nothing and be a throw-in for the Thunder coming from Sam Grodelucian once again. Ball ending up at the feet of Grant Roney, going towards the center circle. Ball over the top to Louth, goes well long and rolls out. Throw-in coming from Klein. Al-Jabali and Davis on top of each other. Long ball forward from that back line, and it's going to be cleared out by Caden Yamada. Trine's mission seems simple in this early minutes of this frame. Send the ball long forward, try to catch Wheaton out, which we saw while Wheaton was playing UChicago last week, is a very effective way to get a couple goals past them if you have the talent to do it. Ball going forward for the Thunder. Al-Jabali in the center circle. Over to Klein. Vaughn Klein into Matsey. And John Hearn will tip it out, and it will be a throw-in coming from Liam Zimmerman. Another throw-in coming from Zimmerman into Klein, back to Zimmerman. And John Kearns unable to get that to go anywhere where he wanted it. It's going to be out for a Thunder goal kick coming from Mason Escalante once again. Hopefully I don't put the commentator's curse on this, but the very young Wheaton back line holding their own and doing very well tonight without Brock Senef. who's still out with an injury, as Grant Roney looks to move it forward for the Thunder, and Roney's still somehow on it and tackles Matsey from behind as Matsey goes down, holding his knee. As the Trine coach barking his orders. Quick play coming from Matsey, who was just on the ground. As Louth back to Hearn, and Hearn's pass goes wide. Mohammed Al-Jabali. And unable to keep it in, and they're going to call that out on Johnson. Throw in coming from Von Klein. Klein trying to get it over the top to Sala. Britton Sala over to Al-Jabali. Muhammad Al-Jabali crossing it in towards goal and taken by Escalante. Quick throw out for the counter. Grant Roney trying to take advantage of the space. Over to Jones. And Hamilton will look to calm things down and get it back to his own back line, or Wheaton looks to build. Escalante moving it forward to Grodelution on the right side. Grodelution and Kearns getting into it on that side of the pitch. Noah Penner trying to move it through the midfield. Penner unable to get it to Louth. As this is the explosiveness that we haven't seen yet from Trine. Von Klein trying to get by everybody. As Wheaton looks like they're prepping to get a sub in, as we're going to get a throw in from John Hearn. Hearn into Johnson. Johnson keeping it in. And Grant Roney unable to keep his feet on it. As Trine now moving forward. Johnson getting his foot in there. Going right into Louth's gut. And out for another Trine throw-in. Ball being headed on. Nobody chasing it down. Caden Yamada out of position. And that's an open goal. And Murphy missing his chance. As you can see, absolute breakdown in communication for that Thunder back line. Zimmerman crossing in, and Murphy, who had a wide open goal.
Cameron Huber and number 16, Zahar Zapolsky.
Wheaton, for the first time, allowing Murphy to get touches in that final third. And he's just unable to execute the finish on that one, as we get two subs coming in from the Thunder. One of them being Zakar Sapolsky and the other Cameron Huber. As Muhammad Al-Jabali still on the ball. Cody over to Borak. Ben Borak still trying to find anywhere to go with it. As it goes off of Natty Hamilton, who gets it hit hard to the ground. Throw in from Gavin Hardy. Hardy over to Murphy. Or correction, Hardy over to Cody. Klein trying to send the long ball forward and goes off of Grodelution. As Matsey unable to get on it, it will be in the hands of Escalante, who's just waiting for someone to come up on him. As John Kearns trying to prevent the throw out. Correction, Luke Kearns trying to prevent the throw out. Hamilton unable to get by his man, and it's going to be Trine moving their direction now. Borak sending it back to Kearns. Matsey. Borak once again on this right side. Crossing it in, and Noah Penner will stop the damage. Run from the box. Matzi towards goal and tipped wide by Escalante. Great tip save. And Noah Penner just unable to get on it. And Matzi finding a little bit of space off the pass from Luke Kearns. Beautiful save once again from Escalante, his second of the game. As we're going to get the cross coming in from Mohamed Al-Jabali. Cross going into the back post and punch clear. Matzi towards goal once again and headed away as Escalante takes command of his area and looks to get on it. A little bit of panic from that Wheaton back line as the ball kept bouncing around the box. As Grodelucian kicking it back to Yamada, launching it forward. Wheaton moving through the midfield. The ball from Penner getting up to Zapolsky. Cameron Huber on the right side with lots of room to run if he gets the chance. Huber getting by his man. Cross in towards the middle, and it will be out. Yeah, out over the netting for a corner kick coming from the Wheaton Thunder.
Corner kick for Wheaton.
As it will be Noah Penner taking this from the right side, from this left side. Wheaton stacking the box. Taking a much different approach than they have been. Only one man on the keeper. Cross coming in, far post, and punch clear by McGonigal. And Timmy Jones looking to recycle possession as he sends it once again with a little bit too much on it. And it will be a goal kick coming from Aiden McGonigal in goal. The back line of Trine trying to find a way through. And this Wheaton press being very effective throughout this game. As Al-Jabali trying to get up to Luke Kearns. Kearns very explosive, but moving it around the pitch himself through the center circle. Kearns over to Zimmerman. Zimmerman getting closed down, and John Hearn right on it. In towards the box once again, and Escalante once again taking command of his area. And the second time cross just coming to nothing from Zimmerman. Going a little bit over everybody that he wanted it to be with. Looks like he was trying to feed Tyler Murphy and was unable. As Trine has a lot of men in the same area and somehow maintains possession. Zimmerman with wide open spaces across it once again and tackled by Huber, and it will be a corner kick coming.
Corner kick for Trine.
As Wheaton puts everybody on defense in the box. Definitely not looking to counter. As we get the cross coming from Francesco Mazzi. Cross in, far post, headed and cleared by Natty Hamilton. A beautiful save by Hamilton to prevent the goal. As they rule that goal in. And let's check the replay, see if we can find out if this went in. As Hamilton, it looks like he was right on the line. As the goal for Vaughn Klein, or correction, Gavin Hardy on the goal. A lot of confusion over everybody. It is now 2-1. Francesco Mazzi. Francesco Mazzi on the assist in the corner. And Wheaton will look to try to get one more up, as they will feel very hard done, especially Hamilton, who had a pretty effective clearance with the head right on the line. As they're going to call an offside, and it will be a free kick coming for Trine. As Zimmerman, with wide open spaces, standing and calling for the ball in front of me. Luke Kearns. Kearns trying to cross in towards the middle as they were trying to get an equalizer immediately after the goal. But it will be a goal kick coming from Mason Escalante. 15 minutes gone in this first half. I'm Jacob Fatma here alone in the box for this game, for this first game of the doubleheader between Wheaton College and Trine University. And for the women's game, right immediately after, it will be Wheaton College versus Whitewater. It is 2-1 to the good for the Thunder. 2 goals from Price Anderson in the first half. One beautifully given from Natty Hamilton, and the other one just off a rebound as Trine University looks to try to get a cross in, and Cameron Huber does clear. Trine's 1 goal just recently coming off of a corner kick set piece, as Huber does brilliantly to run Zimmerman off the ball. And Zimmerman, the assist, the one who sent in the corner, and Gavin Hardy heading it towards goal, which we at the moment believed was cleared by Natty Hamilton, but ruled by the line judge as a goal. And we will get a goal kick coming from the Thunder. Wheaton will be looking for one more to close this game out and finish it off, as they have done very well at limiting offensive possessions for Trine. And as Mason Escalante looks to send this forward, he sends all of his men long. Zapolsky ending up with it at his feet, tripping on the ball. A scary thing to be doing in that position of the field. But the clearance from Trine will go poorly and be a throw-in for Sam Grodelution into Hamilton. Zapolsky, the give and go back to Hamilton. Trying to find his way in and unable to. Luke Kearns all over Natty Hamilton, putting their quickest man in our quickest man. As John Hearn looks to send this long. Johnson heading it down to Huber. Can Cameron Huber find the cross in? First time cross goes out for a corner kick. Ryan Cody getting on the end of it. At this corner kick coming from Noah Penner. Here comes the cross in from Penner. In towards goal, near post, and headed clear. Timothy Jones recycling possession. Getting it back to Grodelution. Hamilton, as they don't have many defensive players back right now, Wheaton could be very caught out at the moment. Francesco Mazzi. And Hamilton looks to mitigate the danger. Brilliant one-touch defensive play. As Wheaton finally getting the opportunity to reset. Zapolsky keeping it on the offensive end. And will be out for a Trine throw-in. As Coach McCrath still barking out the orders and going to have 2 more subs in, including the 2-time goal scorer Price Anderson, who has not been on the field yet this entire half. As Ben Borak getting up to the Kearns. Luke Kearns over to Mazzi. Tyler Murphy getting some more touches now. And Hearn will clear it up towards the box. And we will get our subs in. Trine getting one.
Substitutions for both teams coming in for Trine, number 23, So Dye. And checking in for Wheaton, number 13, Price Anderson, and number 14, Nick Rodriguez.
So Dye in for Trine University. And it's going to be Nick Rodriguez and Price Anderson both back in to look to change the face of this game and get one more goal for the Thunder. That's a beautiful tackle from Hearns. Rodriguez trying to make himself known. Unable to get up to Anderson. Al-Jabali trying to get that ball forward to his men up front and unable. And it will be a throw-in coming for the Thunder. Or for Wheaton. I should be more specific as both these teams coincidentally do have the Thunder name. As John Hearn on the throw-in. Hearn getting it up to Zapolsky. And it's going to be ruled off of White. And be a throw-in coming from Liam Zimmerman. Zimmerman throwing it straight to his back line. Ryan Cody reversing field over to Gavin Hardy. Field reversal once again, and Liam Zimmerman has it at his feet, looking for a place to get it to up front. That's going to be So Dye getting his first touches. Zimmerman and his pass up goes nowhere as Huber clears it the other direction. Rodriguez and Anderson playing it back and forth. Unable to get it by Al-Jabali. As here comes Trine. Luke Kearns. Kearns moving himself and tripping over the ball. Rodriguez now sending it the other direction. Hamilton in the center circle. Zapolsky, Anderson unable to get on it. Al-Jabali up to So Dye, and it will be intercepted by John Hearn, who clears it. And the ball will go straight up by our box once again as we get a throw-in coming from the Thunder. As John Hearn is holding and replacing his shin guard before he gets this throw-in going with 22 remaining in the game. As Rodriguez's header down will go to nothing and be another throw-in for Trine, coming once again from Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman, though not the goal scorer, definitely the man of this second half so far for Trine as we get Tyler Murphy moving forward. Wheaton preventing this kind of movement all game as he now goes to the ground, and it's cleared as going to the ground hard is Noah Penner, and that will be a yellow for Tyler Murphy.
Yellow card caution issued to Trine number 7, Tyler Murphy.
As Noah Penner is still down. Trine players getting their water as the medics check on Penner, who is up and moving and looking to stay in the game. It will be John Hearn on the throw-in to get this game restarted. Penner saying he's good at denying the sub from Coach McCrath. As he says, and I quote, "I'm fine," as we get the free kick coming from Caden Yamada. As Luke Kearns trying to send it the other direction for Trine, also putting a little bit too much on it. As I believe that was Borak trying to draw the penalty, or draw the foul. And it's going to be Britton Sala trying to get it in the front. Francesco Mazzi. All these Trine players trying to just move into the box, unable to, as Natty Hamilton getting hit to the ground hard. A lot of aggression in these last few minutes from this Trine team. And we're going to get a free kick from the Thunder. Sam Grodelution on it, looking to send it long. Ball still being bounced around, ends up at the feet of Hamilton. Noah Penner. As Borak intercepts it for Trine, tries to send it forward once again. And another foul coming from that front line, sending Hearn, who cleared the ball out, to the ground. As we get another free kick from, it'll be from Mason Escalante this time, looking to send it long forward towards the other box. Zapolsky still on it somehow. Timmy Jones over to Hamilton. Hamilton crossed in towards the box. And it will be cleared by Ryan Cody. And ball going long forward. 1-on-1. Will this be a draw? And it's Murphy going just over the box. And Wheaton getting caught out on the break. The pass coming from Britton Sala over the top of everybody. Yamada and Grodelution unable to chase down Murphy, who just was unable to miss it again. His second one-on-one miss. And that's not something you want, as you are still down 1 goal with under 20 remaining. Ball being headed around, ending up at the feet of Zakar Zapolsky. Wheaton and Zimmerman, Zapolsky and Zimmerman fighting all over each other, and that's going to be a foul on Zapolsky. An interesting turn of events here, just both players not willing to give up the ball, and Zapolsky with a little bit of dirtiness, hitting him, hitting the back of his heel from behind. As Escalante waiting for anyone to come up over to him, as he quickly now throws it out to Grodelution. Wheaton still moving forward. Timothy Jones off the pass from Hamilton. Zapolsky trying to chase it down, and it will be just too much once again. As we get another sub coming in from Trine. Going to be number 11, Alhassan Yeye. Or correction, Yaya.
Number 11, Al Hussein Yaya.
And it's going to be Luke Kearns, who's definitely been the MVP of this half, coming off. Or correction, MVP of this game for most of it. As Timmy Jones up to Hamilton. Hamilton trying to find a cross in. Hamilton with 2 men on him, trying to get by, almost does. As Muhammad Al-Jabali is going to be on it, but it will be a throw-in for the Thunder. Or for Wheaton. Hamilton just doing brilliantly to keep possession. And once again, we'll get another throw-in from that exact same spot. As Hamilton now going to the ground. Looking like a cramp on that end of the field. As they leave the trainers and medics. And now finally call them over. For those of you just joining us, I'm Jacob Fatma here on WTSN, alone in the box for this first game of a doubleheader between Wheaton and Trine University, and in the second game it will be the women playing UW Whitewater. It's 2-1 to the good for the Thunder with 16:55 remaining. Two beautiful goals from Price Anderson in the first half. One coming off a rebound from a Caleb Davis shot, and the other coming off a brilliant cross and one touch from Natty Hamilton, who is still on the other side of the field as both teams are now getting water. And Coach McCrath still giving out his marching orders as Hamilton is now starting to stand and walk off on his own power. Encouraging signs for him as it was a off-ball injury. Trine now moving back to their positions as Wheaton now finally getting their waters back in. As it looks like it's going to be Kyle Johnson as the sub in for Natty Hamilton.
Number 7, Kyle Johnson checking in for Wheaton.
As Hamilton smiling on the sideline, giving encouragement to Johnson as he goes on, as it will be Kyle Johnson taking the throw in the immediate. As Kyle Johnson throwing the ball in now towards the box. Headed by Price Anderson, and it will be taken by Aiden McGonigal in goal. And that's a perfectly placed header. If the post could just any further back, that might have been a goal for the Thunder to close out this game. As Johnson getting into it on that end of the field. Johnson and yeah. Kyle Johnson getting by the back line. Over to Rodriguez. Nick Rodriguez. Chip shot towards goal. Goes nowhere. Well far to the right. And Kyle Johnson using Price Anderson a little bit, but making that play pretty much on his own. And just unable to keep it quite on target was Nick Rodriguez. As that ball goes out for another throw-in. But we have another man down, Kyle Johnson, who just came on. A lot of people going to the ground in the last few minutes. Just not something you want to be seeing, as Trine looks like they're going to get two more subs in. And as we back in comes Britton Sala and Luke Kearns. But missed coverage from Wheaton, so die with Hoover on him and John Hearn, and now able to finally clear.
Checking in for Trine, number 22, Luke Kearns.
And clear miscommunication as the assistants are given the orders. It's going to be Luke Kearns, who's immediately back into this game on the throw-in. And off comes Al-Hussein Yahya after just coming on, looking a little bit confused. As long ball from Kearns going into the box. And Yamada hit from behind. As we get a goal kick from the Thunder with under 15 to play. As we enter the final third of this half, Mason Escalante going to kick this ball long. As Rodriguez and Matzi fighting over it. Hearn trying to get it by his man. And Cameron Huber going down. Both teams very physical right now and moving very quickly. The ref just wanting to calm things and slow things down a little bit, as this will be Ryan Zimmerman on the free kick. As Trine looks like they're going to try to take this one into the box. Ball going in as the wind going with him. And it looks like Liam Zimmerman will get another chance. Back over to Matzi. Matzi on the left side trying to find a cross in. And Hearn will run him towards the byline. Gunny Macy trying to get a shot towards goal. Zimmerman trying to find another cross, and it's going to be kicked out by Cameron Huber.
Corner kick for Trine.
And we will get another corner kick from Trine University, and it's going to be Francesco Matzi on this left side. With 13:15 to play. Trine stacking the box, looking to get an equalizer. Their only goal of the game so far was on a set piece. As here comes the ball in. Back post and over everybody. And it will be a goal kick from Escalante as he goes down the ground with a little bit of contact. Escalante looking to take up as much time as he can. As here comes the ball from Escalante. Long ball once again. Headed down by Matzi and cleared forward by Yamada. Neither team able to keep their feet on it for long, as now Trine is sending it back to their keeper. Zapolsky giving the high press. As ball goes off the back of Noah Penner, and it will be a throw-in for Trine. Penner hitting it forward to Grodelution. Kyle Johnson. And Grodelution's pass over Penner, intercepted by Luke Kearns. Kearns trying to find his way through everybody and unable to get there. And I believe they're calling that a foul on Wheaton as Kearns runs straight into Grodelution. Just an interesting turn of events. Kearns having the theme of doing a lot of it himself. He's unable to get by three men, and it will be a free kick coming from Muhammad Al-Jabali. Ball going in and headed down by the goal scorer, Gavin Hardy, but cleared by the Thunder defense. And foul by Nick Rodriguez on Muhammad Al-Jabali. And we're going to get another free kick, and this time it's going to come from Francesco Matzi. With 10 and change remaining, Trine's going to send this one in the box. Matzi launching it long towards the back post and bouncing in front of goal, and they're going to get another one. Ryan Cody with the goal. And waiting for the replay to see who got the assist on the equalizer. There's a beautiful ball in from Matzi. And I believe that was Vaughn Klein. Or, correction, Gavin Hardy, number 29.
Goal for Trine.
On the header down, almost getting a second. As Wheaton now have to try to find an answer late in this game. Wheaton giving up 2 set-piece goals to equalize in the second half as Cameron Huber on the right side, crossing in towards goal, and clatters off of Zimmerman.
Corner kick for the Wheaton.
As we get a corner kick coming from Noah Penner. As what will Wheaton do? Wheaton stacking the box. Noah Penner looking to send it in, receiving instructions from McCrath. Cross coming in, far post, headed towards goal by Anderson, rising over anybody and unable to keep it down. Perfectly executed play, just aside from the finish. Just perfectly, you can see perfectly placed ball by Penner. Just Price Anderson unable to get his perfect hat trick. As Trine looks like they're going to try to get this game to finish off with a win. Yamada hitting it forward to Zapolsky. Zapolsky complaining about being grabbed in the mouth. As they're tussle over the ball, Rodriguez going to have it at his feet. Over to Jones. Jones to Anderson. Price Anderson fouled in the box. And they're going to rule that as a penalty. And Rodriguez over to Jones. I mean, you can see Jones, a beautiful ball into Anderson. Anderson just trying to make a move on it towards goal. And that's going to be the Gavin Hardy, the goal scorer and the assist, fouling him in the box. The savior of this game for Trine is going to allow Price Anderson to try to get his hat trick. And this game, the last 10 minutes, is going to come all the way down to Aiden McGonigal. As Price Anderson onto the ball, towards the bottom left, and that's his hat trick. As knocking down the corner flag, that's exactly what you want.
The goal scored by Wheaton, number 13, Price Anderson.
McGonigal chasing the right direction. McGonigal just chasing the right direction, just doing exactly what you had to do. Just unable to reach all the way towards the bottom left. Penalty is so tough to save, and McGonigal will feel hard done, as that was really the only chance of the entire half for the Wheaton Thunder, as they are back up 3-2 off a Price Anderson hat trick.
Also re-entering for the Thunder, number 25, Andrew Haringa.
His 8th goal of the year. There are not enough superlatives to say how well he's played tonight. And that's 4 shots from the night for Anderson and 3 goals. An impressive tally that cannot be understated. As if we've had a wild second half here for those of you just joining us way late. We have 8 minutes remaining in the game. The Wheaton Thunder up 3-2 over the Trine University Thunder. 2 goals off of set pieces from Trine. One of them by Gavin Hardy and the other one by Ryden Cody, both defensive players, to equalize off of 2 first half goals from Price Anderson. But a penalty in the last 10 minutes, saving the game for the Thunder, as Price Anderson does get his hat trick. And Wheaton now sending out to Kyle Johnson on the left side. Long ball forward against the wind. And Anderson's just going to chest that one out, and it will be a throw-in for Trine University with 7.5 remaining. Ball going long from Borak. Borak into Murphy. Cross coming in, back post. Ball in the air. And Francesco Mazzi going to the ground in the box. Going off of the Jimmy Jones's leg and will be out, as medic is called for Francesco Mazzi, who's sitting right in the box. A lot of aggressive play from both these teams with 7 minutes remaining. McCrath sending out the orders. the captain, Escalante, trying to make sure we don't get a third set-piece goal coming off of a corner from this side of the field. Francesco Mazzi trying to make it 3 from him off of corners as Trine stacks the box and will definitely look to go long where they've gone it twice. Ball goes short and cleared out by Noah Penner. Back again to Francesco Mazzi, and Hiringa kicks it out, and we will get a throw in. And it's Luke Kearns sprinting on over. And headed clear as Trine is trying to get a penalty in the box. Luke Kearns getting it back to Zimmerman. Zimmerman trying to cross it all the way forward. Will end up at the feet of Braden Macy. Grodelution getting it by Macy and Cody. And it will be Zakar Sapolsky getting it over to Jones and just missing. Bryce Anderson looking to try to run to get a fourth. Francesco Mazzi. Mazzi running forward. Murphy in the box and half cleared. A very soft clearance from Hiringa, but it's perfectly placed for Davis. Bryce Anderson just launching it forward and sending it back. This is the point where you just start to send it forward to waste a little bit of time. Liam Zimmerman. And hit off of the foot of Anderson, and will be another throw-in coming from Trine. As Zimmerman trying to call his teammates towards him. Mazzi getting the ball out to Hardy. Luke Kearns getting up to Borak. Borak trying to find a cross in, goes well over the back. And it will be with 5 minutes remaining, a corner kick, as I believe that went off. Grodelution on that side of the field. Francesco Mazzi, this time from the right side of the field, trying to get a corner kick in. Under 5 minutes to play. Will they get another set-piece goal? Goes long once again and headed clear by Caden Yamada. Luke Kearns on it, trying to recycle possession. Murphy bouncing that towards goal. And it will be headed out clear as it's kept in by Borak. As Hiringa chasing Borak down hard, and Ben Borak is down, holding his shin. As Hiringa will get a yellow. And we will get the medics out once again.
Yellow card caution issued to Wheaton 25, Andrew Hiringa.
The trainer's having a lot of work to do tonight in this game, especially in the last 20 minutes. As the Trine coach is having a few words with the ref, along with Murphy. As Trine is definitely going to use this to get some water and a sub in. And, I mean, the foul, like, just a tough challenge coming from Hiringa, just hitting him right down to the ground, right on the knee. I mean, Borak went down quite hard. And that's not something you want to have done if you're Hiringa or if you are Borak. It's just an unfortunate turn of events. As we're going to get a sub in for the Thunder. It's going to be John Hearn coming back in for Hiringa after getting a few minutes rest. And Vaughn Klein will be coming back in.
And checking in for Trine, number 28, Vaughn Klein.
Vaughn Klein coming in for Trine as Borak comes off. Walking off also on his own power. And that's the beautiful thing of tonight. Everyone has so far walked off on their own. As we were going to get a free kick from either Matzi or Murphy. Francesco Matzi sending it in tight. And it will be missed clearance by Caleb Davis. And then Matzi will have another chance as Cameron Huber, with 4 minutes remaining, clears it out. Still a one-goal game. Trying to equalize. Luke Kearns, long ball in, headed out for another corner kick.
Corner kick for Trine.
As the coaches on the Wheaton sideline holding their heads, they can barely watch as this corner is about to come in. 2 set-piece goals so far from Trine from this same spot. Will they be able to get another one? Ball in from Matzi. Far post, headed it towards goal, and a beautiful save from Escalante. And Ryan Murphy getting his first offensive shot of the game with his head. And Escalante just chasing that down beautifully. As Kyle Johnson getting on the end of the long kick from Escalante. Johnson still on the ball. Johnson with 2 men on him, hit from behind. And they're going to call a free kick for the Thunder deep in their own half. Not really sure what happened there, just everyone on top of Johnson. As free kick goes short and let the time wasting commence. Ball goes out and it will be a throw-in from Trine. And this is going to be Vaughn Klein launching it forward. Klein trying to get up to Kearns, shouldered off by Grodelution. But this is going to be Tyler Murphy. Murphy trying to hit it over the top. And that hits the hand of Britton Sala on the backstroke. And it's going to be a no call off the hand over to Zimmerman. And Zapolsky, they're going to rule that all ball. And it's going to be Thunder Wheaton possession on the throw-in with just over 2 remaining. Tense moments if you're a Thunder or if you're a Wheaton fan at the moment. If you're either Thunder fan, it works. Price Anderson moving forward. Price Anderson looking free to run and intercepted by Ryan Cody, who with under 2 remaining is going to send it back to McGonigal to go back quick. Mohamed Al-Jabali over to Zimmerman. And a missed tackle from Hearn, but Zakhar Sapolsky filling in and brilliantly getting on that ball. Huber up to Anderson, past the midfield line for Wheaton. And it will be out for a throw in. Anderson unable to keep it in with under 90 seconds remaining. Zimmerman. Back to Cody, who sends it long. And cleared by Noah Penner. Timmy Jones in the center circle. Jones hit from behind. That's going to be a foul with 60 seconds remaining.
1 minute remaining in the match. 1 minute remaining.
And Jones, he was hit from behind, but he went down a little bit easier. A little bit easier than he probably should have. And now Kyle Johnson sending it towards the corner flag. And it's going to be a Wheaton throw-in with less than 40 seconds remaining. As we get a stopped time now, Wheaton wasting a little bit too much. As we get another throw in to Kyle Johnson with under 30 seconds remaining. Long ball cleared. Going back to Escalante, and this is going to be a little bit dangerous. Escalante clearing that up. Mohamed Al-Jabali, and cleared by Grodelution.
10 seconds. 9, 8.
And these long ball forwards
6,
are going to make it so we just about do it here from Joe
2,
Bean.
1.
Your Wheaton Thunder, 3-2,
Fans, your final score for tonight's men's
over
men's
Trine
non-conference
University.
soccer match, Wheaton 3, Trine 2.
Trine
Be sure to come
roaring back
Saturday
in this
night for
second
the
half
Saturday opener when the
with
Wheaton
2
will take on
goals.
Illinois Wesleyan at 7 p.m. Thank you for
Both
attending
coming
today's
off of
game.
corner set pieces. But Wheaton just able to outlast. And if we get a chance to look at the 2 goals from Trine here, it was just an incredible show of strength from their corners. I mean, straight to the back post, headed in. Hamilton trying futilely to keep that ball out. It's just going to go straight in. And then the other one, a free kick from a similar position, headed down once again from Gavin Hardy, but Ryan Cody in on the end of it. Gavin Hardy, the goal and assister, contributing on both goals. And finally, the penalty for the Thunder to finally send them up. Price Anderson getting hit down hard, and it was Gavin Hardy, the savior, sending them down. And you can see he was visibly frustrated and upset as the goal finally went in to give Wheaton the win. And Price Anderson with the hat trick. You can't have asked for much better. Thank you all for joining this game. In the first one of our doubleheader, please come back for our second match in 40 minutes. It is your Wheaton Thunder 3 and Trine University 2. I'm Jacob Fatma, alone from the box here at Joe Bean Stadium, signing off for the first game.